What's going on, everybody? This is Future Automation, a place where imagination meets reality, and you are listening to Tejas. In previous video, we have seen how we can integrate ChatGPT API with Python, and we are going to do something similar in this video as well, but with our Telegram ecosystem. So to make this a bit more fun, I have implemented a short project. So with a cup of coffee, let's get started. Now, before I start talking about what the project is, we'll start with the demo because the project takes some time in executing, and why and all I'll explain you in a minute. So we run the project. We'll go with the start command. So again, those who are new to the Telegram bot and Python integration, go ahead and check my previous videos. I have added the links in the description so that you will get an idea what exactly I'm trying to do about the commands and all. So if the help command, I have added all the commands that we can implement or we can use in this particular bot. And now here's the main project. So when I click on LinkedIn, what it will do is it will get some data from the ChatGPT API and post it on LinkedIn. Now, to execute this project, it will take some time. The reason being is that now in this particular project, we have three sections. One is that the actual Telegram bot that we are you controlling with Python, the integrated code that is integration of ChatGPT API in Python, and then the Selenium and pi_auto_GUI code, which is responsible for writing a LinkedIn post. So all these three are working together to make this one request happen. And what I have done is I have asked it to write some content on how the quantum computing will change the world. So hopefully it should open the instance of LinkedIn in Firefox and it should write a post for that. So let's see if yeah, it has already opened the post and now it will write the post. So let's do it. And you can see it has already opened the post menu and now it has started writing everything about the quantum computing and all that stuff. And we also got the uh, in notification that LinkedIn open if you'll see in the right lower corner. Yeah. So that's it. That's the project. Now, the reason why it took a bit long for the people who are already aware of Selenium that the window should have been open a bit earlier is the reason being that whenever you will start Selenium in a normal way and execute, say for example, open a link through the browser, what it will do is it will open the link, the browser in an automation mode per se is as in an isolated different browser excluding all the logins and all the information that you have already saved in your existing browser. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to open the browser as normal what we do so that we don't have to log in every time. So what this does is whenever you're working with few of the websites where it will not allow you to open the automated or the debug mode browsers. I think previously I've experienced this in few of my Selenium videos. I have experienced this issue. That problem might get solved. Although I have not tried it, but yeah, I think that can get solved because here all the logins are already available. So that's the project, guys. Uh, it's quite fun to work with such kind of projects. The reason being is that we can try different approaches. So for this project, I have tried a lot of approaches to implement, say, for example, accessing the existing open browser, although that was not something I was able to do it. But yeah, we can access the existing profile of any browser through some kind of tweaks in the Selenium. Now, we are not going to discuss about how we implemented the Selenium part. The reason being is that that is where that comes in when we are going to work with the social media automation using Telegram ecosystem part. So there we are going to work with all the Gmail, LinkedIn, YouTube, everything that we usually work with in social media. Let's get to the understanding part of how we integrated the ChatGPT code. Now, if you have already seen the previous video, the code is pretty similar. All I have done is I have implemented the code in a function, and I have created one file with all the keys, the Telegram bot token, the Firefox profile, the API key of ChatGPT, and the chat ID in case if I need it in the Telegram section. So that I'm referring here, API keys ChatGPT and the function. So what the function is doing, write the content on quantum computing, how the quantum computing will change the world. So here you can make it more dynamic by asking the user what exactly you want the content for, and then he will put in some kind of statement, and then you can pass that in this function, and that's it. Now what we are doing here is, so whenever we'll start with the start command, what it will do is it will execute the start function where it will say hello sir, and you can use the help to get all the available commands. Now in the help, what we are doing is we are showing all the commands that are available here, listing down all the commands, and from that the user can pick any. Now in the YouTube section, what we are doing is we are just replying with the link of the YouTube, so you can add your own channel here, and we'll give a small preview on the chat itself, and that's it about the YouTube. And then when we'll click on the LinkedIn, here what we are doing is we are getting the content from the ChatGPT code here, integration code, and then we are executing this existing command Selenium code. So here what we are doing is we are accessing the profile, we are opening the LinkedIn, and then we are searching for that particular box, and then using PyAutoGUI, we are writing the content. Now, I'm not saying that using PyAutoGUI is something very feasible one. The reason being is that I was not able to access that text box, which using Selenium due to some it was not able to locate the element. So what I did is I pulled out the XY coordinate of that particular box and then use pi_auto_GUI to go to that section and then add the mimic the keywords. That's it, right? The post content. So what post content is nothing but the content that we are getting from the ChatGPT API, and we are sending it to the uh, LinkedIn automation code, and then we are just replying to the user that LinkedIn is open. And then if there is anything unrelated to the commands that we have already mentioned, it will just say that this is not a valid command. And if there is any unknown text, it will say it was not able to recognize. So these are just kind of supporting functions that we use in case if user tries to implement something else. And yeah, that's it. We create all the dispatchers here, all the handlers we are creating and adding it to the dispatcher, sorry. And then finally we are starting the polling and putting it in the idle mode, so that whenever there is a response from the user side or a message from the user side, it'll start working. That's it, guys. That's all for the video, I can say. So it was pretty short video, although, because I just wanted to show you how we can leverage the ChatGPT API in any of our projects and make it kind of a auto task, so that you don't have to deal with the same task daily. Now what I can do is I can make, like, say for example, if I want to post something related to say Azure cloud service, or maybe any AWS cloud service, or maybe any say for example any data science related topic on LinkedIn, all I can do is I can go to the Telegram and ask it, okay, you just write a content about Azure cloud and post it on LinkedIn. You can run this code on any kind of server, and that's it. The code will run on itself. Maybe you can add a validation kind of procedure here, that it will send you the content first and it will ask you, okay, this is the content that I have written, do you want to add anything else, or maybe do you want to modify, or you're okay with and you approve for the post. And if that is fine, you just go ahead and post that part in the LinkedIn, and that's it, guys. So if you are say for example, if you're accessing this button using the Selenium part, again, those who are new to Selenium or those who have not used Selenium and hearing this word for the first time, they can go ahead. I'll add all the links of my Selenium projects in the description, and also the GitHub link, so that you can go ahead and copy all the codes. It's not that complicated. If you go from the first video that I have created about, I think, Facebook automation, as far as I remember, and you can just refer the code and try to understand how the Selenium is used, how I've used it, and leverage the functionality of Selenium to automate any kind of web related task. You're good to go. So that's it, guys, for today's video. If you like the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new. If you are already a subscriber, make sure you like the video and share it with all the people who are interested in such kind of projects and who want to automate or maybe do some fun with this kind of automation tasks and make their life more easier if they're doing same task on machine daily. And if you have any issues, any queries, any ideas, hit them in the comment box. And also make sure you check out my GitHub page. All the codes that I'm mentioning here will be uploaded in GitHub, so you can clone it, you can modify it according to your needs and use it. If you have any implementation, you can share that as well with me. So that's it, guys. Thank you for checking out my video. Keep innovating. Take care.